Still sharper still. If you look at the logo, it's a king and a queen armed together, but it's just implying that we gotta stick together.
Right.
And anything that you may learn, like things that you told me today, I'm gonna take for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we can't get that way if we compete in each other. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about unity, bro, it's important. But before unity, I feel like individually we gotta kill the poisons that we have first. Like the mentality, our mindset, our foundation, things that we do, we gotta kill that first. And once we kill that, we be able to get where we gotta go. You can't equip others unless you equip yourself. You feel me? You gotta lead yourself first before you lead others. Are you confident in that when you walking down the street or when you going home late from work, you're protected
by other black men?
Mm-hmm.
No. And that bothers me.
It should.
That bothers me.
But before it bothers you, it should bother us.
You see somebody down, you don't know what they're going through. Try to
Uplift them as much as possible.
You know what I'm saying? Try to stay in good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? People just feel like they can't unlearn to relearn, and that's trash.
No shorty want no man with dirty nails, his skin looking all crazy. Like, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself.
You have to be aware, as teachers, we are not their parents. You cannot introduce a student to something that their parent is not willing to introduce them to. Because now what you're doing is confusing them, and they're being introduced something before their parents is comfortable to introduce them.
It's really about just being aware, you know, like knowing what your flaws are, knowing what negativity you do have and what you do bring to the table. Like, you gotta know that, but you have to be aware of it in order to get past it. Like, in order to grasp control of it.
Anybody ever heard about a habit? It's harder to break a habit that's been started than to start a new one.
You gotta check things, you gotta be able to communicate when you feel uncomfortable or when you know that person feels uncomfortable. You gotta be able to communicate correctly. I feel like with our culture, the way things is going now, like we don't check things that need to be checked. We let them fester, and then it becomes a bigger problem.
A lot of girls think that like once they have to go natural, they just like cut off all their hair and just start from the beginning. Like, you do not have to do that.
I think of one word when I think of like my students, and I think of potential. Because I feel like that's one word that every child grows up. Somebody say like, yo, I see potential in you. I see you could do this. And I feel like it's a word that's thrown out, but it's not a word that's carried through. So for my kids, it's like, I know that it's hard. I'm not gonna tell you it's not hard. But I'm gonna tell you what I see for you, but you gotta put in that self-motivation to get there.